Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters, welcome to our weekly class on the explanation of Al-Muqaddimah Al-Ajurrimiyyah by Sheikh Muhammad Muhyiddin Abdul Hamid rahimahullah, called Al-Tuhfah Al-Sanniyyah. So last week we started looking at alamatul khafd. How many alamat are there for khafd, yani al-jar, and what are they? How many alamat for khafd are there, alamat jar, and how many, and what are they? Okay, so brother Adam is saying my voice is not clear. Are you all experiencing the same problem? Clear? Okay, so brother Adam, the issue might be from your end. Okay, so there's three. Yes, there's three alamatul khafd. أحسنت, نعم. Okay, أحسنتم. الكسرة والياء والفتحة. Then we took al-kasratu wa mawadi'uha. We discussed in which situations al-kasra is the alamatul khafd, alamatul jar. And again we mentioned that al-kasra is alamatul khafd, alamatul jar, in one of three situations. What are these three situations? In which three situations is al-kasra alamatul khafd or alamatul jar? نعم, أحسنت. أحسنتم. الاسم المفرد المنصرف. نعم, الاسم المفرد المنصرف. نعم. نعم, جمع التكسير المنصرف. نعم, and جمع المؤنث السالم. نعم, أحسنتم. Okay. Okay, the last question before we start today's lesson. Why mention the word munsarif? So we have al-ism al-mufrad, we know what it is. Why did we mention al-munsarif after it? And also jam' taksir, we know what it is. But why did we mention al-munsarif here? What is al-munsarif? Naam, yaqbal at-tanween. To show it's not mamnu min as-sarf. Naam, ahsantum. Because al-ism al-munsarif, it means it is not mamnu'un min as-sarf. And al-ism غير المنصرف, it means it is mamnu' min as-sarf. What did we say sarf is? We said the word sarf means at-tanween. So it means that al-ism al-mufrad al-munsarif or jam' at-taksir al-munsarif, it means that these words, these nouns, these asma, at the end of them they can accept a sarf, which is tanween. Whereas which ism al-mufrad or jam' at-taksir, which is غير munsarif, it means it cannot accept a sarf at the end of it, which is what is sarf? At-tanween. It takes a fatha now. Yes, and inshallah we're going to look at that later on, because the alamatul khafd, we said thalatha, al-kasratu wal-ya'u wal-fatha. So we looked at al-kasra, now we're going to look at al-ya, and inshallah hopefully we can start al-fatha. I'm not sure if we can finish it off because it's a bit detailed. It talks about mamnu' min as-sarf, why ism is mamnu' min as-sarf, and so on and so forth. So that might take some time. We can make a start on that, but we might have to finish that later. Naam, niyaban al-kasra, ahsant. Okay, so let me share the screen with you and let's get started. Okay, so hopefully you can see the screen. Let me pull it to the right page, which is here. This is where we stopped. Niyabatul ya'i anil kasra. Niyabatul ya'i anil kasra. Because we mentioned that al-kasra is alamatul khafd al-asliyyah. It is the original alama of khafd or jar, which is kasra. Just like dhamma is for raf and fatha is for nasb. Same is al-kasra for al-khafd or al-jar. And so is as-sukoon for jazm. These are alamat asliya. Then we have far'iyya. And this is one of the far'iyya for al-khafd, which is al-ya. That's why it says niyabatul ya'i anil kasra. Yani when is it that al-ya will be alamatul khafd or alamatul jar instead or in place of al-kasra? So let's see what Ibn Ājurrumiyyah rahimahullah, the author of this book, he says, قال وأما الياء فتكون علامة للخفض في ثلاثة مواضع. As for ya, then it is an alama, a sign for khafd al-jar in three situations. في الأسماء الخمسة وفي التثنية يعني مثنى والجمع in jam'. Which jam'? Of course, it's not jamu taksir, because in that the alamatul khafd is, as we've taken, is kasra. And it cannot be jam' mu'annath as-salim, because likewise jam' mu'annath as-salim, as we've taken last week, the alamatul khafd there is also kasra. So obviously this therefore is jam' al-mudhakkar as-salim. Anyway, let's read what the Sharih rahimahullah said, Shaykh Muhammad. وأقول, I say, للياء ثلاثة موادع تكون في كل واحد منها دالة على خفض الاسم. I say that for ya there are three situations. It is in each one of these situations an indicator that an ism yani is majroor khafd al-jar. Okay. Okay, what is the mawdi' al-awwal? Al-mawdi' al-awwal al-asma' al-khamsa. وقد عرفتها, and you have learnt about al-asma' al-khamsa. وعرفت شروط إعرابها مما سبق, and you've also learnt about the conditions that need to be present for it to have, for these five asma to have the i'rab of al-asma al-khamsa, which is marfu' bil waw, mansub bil alif, and majroor bil ya. We've learnt about the conditions, and we learnt, so, and I've tested you on that again, so we don't need to go over that again. Now let's look at some examples. وذلك نحو سلم على أبيك صباح كل يوم. Okay. سلم على أبيك صباح كل يوم. give your father salams or greet your father every morning. ونحو لا ترفع صوتك على صوت أخيك الأكبر. Don't raise your voice above your elder brother's voice. ونحو لا تكن محبا لذي المال إلا أن يكون مؤدبا. Don't love a person who possesses wealth unless he is mu'addab, he is well mannered. فكل من أبيك وأخيك وذي المال. So each one of these three, أبيك here, وأخيك, where is it, here, وذي المال here, مخفوض. Each one of these three is مخفوض, مجرور. لماذا? Why? لدخول حرف الخفض عليه, because what precedes it, each one of the three words is حرف الخفض, حرف الجر. Like أبيك على. Actually, that's not entirely correct, because أخيك is majroor because of مضاف مضاف إليه. And لذي المال, here's the lam. Either way, yani, the point here is that each one of them is مخفوض مجرور. وعلامة خفضه الياء. And in each one of them, the علامة الخفض is الياء, because they are from الأسماء الخمسة. والكاف في الأولين ضمير المخاطب. And as for kaf, in the first two, the kaf in the first two examples is ضمير المخاطب. Like here, أبيك, your father. أخيك, your brother. So والكاف في الأولين, in the first two examples, the kaf, ضمير المخاطب وهي مضاف إليه. They're مضاف إليه, the kafs are مضاف إليه. مبني على الفتح في محل خفض. This is the إعراب, yes. مبني على الفتح في محل خفض or في محل جر. So the kaf here, dear brothers and sisters, in أبيك and أخيك, both of these kafs are what? They are ضمير المخاطب, and they are مضاف إليه, and they are مبني على الفتح, but in في محل جر, في محل خفض, because they are مضاف إليه. وكلمة المال في المثال الثالث مضاف إليه أيضا. As for the word المال in the third example, it is also مضاف إليه. مجرور بالكسرة الظاهرة, and is مجرور بالكسرة الظاهرة. That's for المال. It's giving you a very brief i'rab, as you can see. Okay, so I hope that is clear so far. So that's الموضوع الأول. الموضوع الثاني, nice and easy, المثنى. وذلك نحو انظر إلى جنديين. انظر إلى جنديين. Look at the two soldiers. ونحو سلم على الصديقين. Give salams, greetings to the two friends. فكل من الجنديين والصديقين مخفوض. Each one of these two words, الجنديين and صديقين, is مخفوض مجرور. Why? لدخول حرف الخفض عليه, because they are preceded by حرف الخفض, حرف الجر. So جنديين is preceded by إلى, and صديقين is preceded by the حرف الجر على. وعلامة خفضه الياء المفتوح ما قبلها المكسور ما بعدها. The علامة خفض for both of these words is الياء. Al-maftuhu ma qablaha, and before the ya is maftuh, is a fatha. As you can see here, can you see the second ya with the sukoon on it? Before it we have another ya, which is maftuh. Same with the sadiqain. Before the ya, there's qaf, maftuh. Al-maftuhu ma qablaha, yani ma qabla al-ya, ma qabla al-ya maftuh. Al-maksuru ma ba'daha, yani ba'daha, yani ba'da al-ya. What is after the ya, it's maksur. Here, ni and ni. And we've done this many times. وكل من الجنديين وكل من الجنديين والصديقين مثنى, both مثنى, لأنه دال على اثنين, because both of them they point to what? اثنين, two. And the last one, الموضع الثالث جمع المذكر السالم. جمع المذكر السالم نحو رضيت عن البكرين. No, sorry. رضيت عن البكرين. رضيت عن البكرين. والنحو يعني I am pleased with the بكرين. Yeah, there's a group of men, they're all called Bakr, and I'm pleased with all of them. وَنَحْوُ نَظَرْتُ إِلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ الْخَاشِعِينَ. We looked at humble Muslims. So the words here, فَكُلُّ مِنَ الْبَكْرِينَ بَكْرِينَ وَالْمُسْلِمِينَ مَخْفُوضٌ. Both of these words, al-Bakrina and al-Muslimina, they are makhfud, they are majrur, لِدُخُولِ حرف الخفض عليه, because they are preceded by حرف الخفض here, an, and here, ila. Yeah. وعلامة خفضه الياء المكسورة ما قبلها. There's a mistake. المكسور ما قبلها المفتوح ما بعدها. It's opposite to muthanna, as we've done before. And the alamat al-khafd for these two words, al-bakrina, al-muslimina, is aliyah. But what's the difference this time? Al-maksuru ma qablaha. But before this ya, the letter before this ya is al-maksur. As you can see before the ya, al-bakri, ri. And here, me, before the ya. Al-maftuh ma ba'da. And after the ya, the letter is maftuh. And so the noon is maftuh. Na. The opposite to muthanna. وكل منهما جمع مذكر سالم. Each one of the two are جمع مذكر سالم. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Yeah, pretty straightforward there. No. Bakreen is the jam for Bakr. You know, like the name Abu Bakr. So Bakr with a kaf, not with a qaf, with a kaf. So Bakr is the name of a man. So because this is jam mudhakkar salim, we can say Bakreen, Bakroon. So we can take the name and we can make jam mudhakkar salim from a jam, because it's mudhakkar. So basically, yani, I am pleased with, yes, Muhammadun, Muhammadin, yes. And it's not something which is commonly used, but it is used. So Bakreen is Jam Mudhakkar Salim, yani a group of men, all of them, like it could be three of them. three, like for example, let's say I'm a teacher in a class and I've got 20, 30 students and 3 of them are called Bakr. It happens like now I teach here, I can have 5 Ahmads in a class. I say, today, Alhamdulillah, I am pleased with the Bakreen. Yes. I am happy with them and their work. Okay. Let's do 2 i'rabs and then we'll move to the next page. We'll move to the next section, the last section, which is about Mamuna Sarf, which is very interesting. But you need to have your brains switched on. And the good news for you guys, for some of you, is that there will be no i'rab in that section. But it requires a bit of thinking. So we'll take 2 i'rabs and we'll move to the next section, inshallah. We have half an hour more because then I have to go to Salat al-Isha. Inshallah. So, all right. Let's quickly choose the i'rab. Just a couple. We'll do them. I guess we can let's have a go at this one. Sallim ala abika kulla yawm, and the other one what we'll do is the second one. La tarfa' sawtaka ala sawti akhika al-akbar. Now, there's nothing new here. In these 2 i'rabs, there's nothing new. That's what glad tidings I can give you. Everything we've done. So let's start with the first one. Sallim ala abika sabaha kulla yawm. Give your father salams, greet your father every morning. Okay, would anybody like to come on the mic and do it? Anybody like to come on the mic and do the i'rab of that? I'll write it down quickly. Okay, Bismillah. So, Sallim ala abika sabaha kulli yawm. Naam. So, all right, I'll start it off then. Sallim. Of course, it is fi'lu amrin. Fi'lu amr. And fi'lu amr is always mabni, just like fi'lu madi. It's always mabni. Same with fi'lu amr. It's always mabni. This one obviously is mabni ala sukun. Fi'lu amrin mabniyun ala sukun. Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, so this is a fi'l. After a fi'l, you always need a fa'il. So we can say, yani the asl is sallim. You're talking to somebody, sallim anta. Obviously, we don't say anta. Even in English, when you say right, stand up. You don't say stand up you, right you, drink you, eat you, sit down you. Do you say that? You don't say that. But the you is there. But you can say for emphasis, get up you, Yes, same in Arabic, you can say that. Sallim anta ala abik. But obviously, that's for emphasis, not normal everyday speech. So, fi'l amr mabni as-sukuni wa fa'iluhu damirun mustatirun wujuban. Yani something which is mustatir, hidden, wujuban. Yani it can never be mentioned. It's never mentioned. Okay. And what's taqdiruhu? Anta. And you can tell it's anta from the fi'l al-amr, sallim. Because if it was anti, it would be sallimi. So it depends, yeah? Okay, ala. I'm not going to write the full i'rab because it's easy. Harfu jarrin mabni ala sukun la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. Then abika, abi. This is of course ismun majrurun. Ismun majrurun bi ala, because of ala. Wa alamatu jarrihi, of course, it is aliyah. Why? لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة. Done it many times. وهو مضاف. Of course, it's مضاف. That's one of the conditions of أسماء الخمسة. Remember? الإضافة إلى غير ياء المتكلم. الكاف. It is, of course, as I mentioned in the book as well, it is a ضمير متصل, and ضمير مبني إلى الفتح في محل جر مضاف إليه. Then of course we say al-jar majroor متعلق بسلم. يعني سلم على أبيك. على أبيك is متعلق بسلم. صباح كل يوم. What is صباح? صباح. What is صباح? Who can tell me? Hey, mashallah, I have a full i'rab there. Let's read it through. فعل الأمر مبني للسكون وفاعل وجود. نعم أحسنت. حرف جر مبني للسكون لا مبني للإعراب. نعم. أبي اسم مجرور بألا وعلامة جره الياء من الأسماء الخمسة وهو مضاف. الكاف ضمير متصل مبني للفتح في محل جر مضاف في محل جر بالإضافة. أوكي. وفي محل جر مضاف no problem. جر متعلق بفعل سلم. صباح ظرف زمان منصوب نصب فتح على آخره وهو مضاف. نعم. Yes, it is ظرف زمان. كل مضاف إليه مجرور ولم جري كسر ظاهر على آخره وهو مضاف. نعم. يوم مضاف إليه مجرور ولم جري كسر ظاهر على آخره. ظرف زمان منصوب علامة نصبه الفتح ظاهر على آخره وهو مضاف والظرف متعلق بمحذوف الحال تقديره كائنا. Okay, very good, excellent. So نعم. So صباح as you've seen is ظرف زمان. And as you know, ظرف زمان, ظرف مكان, they are asma. And what is the asl in an ism? That it is mu'arab. Sometimes we can have some ظرفs which are mabni fi mahalli nasb. But that is not the asl in ظرف. The asl in ظرف that it is mu'arab. Because it is an ism. And okay, we'll just stop here. Okay, so ظرف زمان منصوب and وعلامة نصبه صباحة. علامة نصبه الفتحة الظاهر الآخري وهو مضاف. Yes. يعني ظرف زمان or ظرف مكان is going to be مضاف وهو مضاف. and كل is مضاف إليه مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة على كسرة ظاهر الآخر وهو مضاف. So كل is مضاف إليه to sabah, but then it is also mudaf to the word that comes after it, which is yawm. Kulli yawm. Yes, which is which is mudaf ilayh. Majroor. Then brother Adam made a very good attempt there to give us, as we mentioned, dear brothers and sisters, al-jar majroor and dharf has to be muta'alliq to something. Muta'alliq to something that is present, or can muta'alliq to something which is mahdhuf. Here, alhamdulillah, yani وهو مضاف. Yes. We can mention it before the mudaf here, we can say. So we can say صباح ظرف زمان منصوب وعلامة نصبه الفتحة الظاهرة على آخره. Then we can say وهو متعلق به also سلم. Because why? From the context we know, look, على أبيك, it is متعلق بسلم, because give salam to your father. The salam is connected to ala abika. Same with sabah. When does this salam take place? Sabah. So here everything's clear, straightforward there, yes? Okay. Next one. The second and the last one we're going to do today. لا ترفع صوتك على صوت أخيك الأكبر. لا. نعم. Oh, does anybody want to come on the mic? مفعول فيه. نعم. Yes, مفعول فيه. This is another name for ظرف. Yes. كل الظرف كل مفعول فيه. نعم. Okay, so Ilyas wants to have a crack at this. All right. Ilyas, go ahead then. Yes, your mic should be working now.
لا حرف نهي.
حرف نحي. Yes, good.
حرف نهي مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب.
لا محل له من الإعراب. And what is the job of it? What does it do?
تجزم الفعل المضارع.
Very good. يجزم المضارع. لا حرف نحي. لا نحي. لا ترفع مبني على السكون كسر حرف مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. And what job does it do? يجزم المضارع. That's why it is لا ترفع. It's made the مضارع مجزوم. And in some places you might see it written like this. After la, they just, if you want to know the short for this, you could, it's nahiya jazima. I'm just giving you the short version for Allah. You can, if you look at Arab in some books, Obviously, at the moment, I'm teaching you this way because I want you to get used to it. But after Ājurrumiyyah, a little later after Ājurrumiyyah, we'll start shortening slowly. That's the short version. Nahiya. This la is not nafiya. It's nahiya and jazima. Naam. Okay, naam. Ilyas, tarfa.
ترفع فعل مضارع مجزوم باللام وعلامة جزمه السكون.
Naam. Bila an-nahiya. This is not lam, it's la. Yeah. So we don't say lam here, we say la. We keep it as la. So fi'l mudari'un majzumun billah an-nahiya. And you mentioned that wa alamatu jazmihi
السكون.
alamatu jazmihi sukun. Wa fa'iluhu
وفاعله ضمير مستتر تقديره أنت.
مستتر وجوبا تقديره أنت. يعني لا ترفع أنت صوتك. Don't you raise your voice. Yes. Okay, good. So لا ترفع أنت. Okay. صوتك. صوت
مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصبه الفتحة الظاهرة على آخره.
وهو
مضاف.
نعم. صوت مفعول به منصوب على النصب الفتحة الظاهرة وهو مضاف. نعم. الكاف
ضمير متصل مبني على الفتح في محل جر مضاف إليه.
نعم. ضمير متصل مبني على الفتح في محل جر مضاف إليه. طيب. لا ترفع صوتك. اوكي. على صوت أخيك الأكبر. على
حرف جر.
نعم.
مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب.
نعم. طيب. صوت
اسم مجرور بعلى وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره.
نعم. وهو
مضاف.
على صوت أخيك. نعم. اوكي. وهو مضاف. نعم.
أخي مضاف إليه مجرور وعلامة جره الياء لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة.
وهو
مضاف.
Very good. نعم. الكاف
ضمير متصل مبني على الفتح في محل جر مضاف إليه.
نعم. أحسنت. على صوت أخيك الأكبر.
الأكبر اسم التفضيل.
It is اسم التفضيل, but we don't need to say that. It is صفة for what?
صفة لأخيك.
نعم. صفة for أخي. Yes. صفة أخ. صفة for the word أخ. نعم. So what is the إعراب?
مجرور مثله وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره.
Yes. So good. Excellent. So when you go up here, what do we see? Look here. على صوتك أخيك الأكبر. Remember this أخي here. It is مجرور. أسماء الخمسة with the ya. It is مجرور. So your elder or your eldest brother. Sorry. Yes. Your eldest brother. So this sifa. This is the mawsuf أخي. And the sifa is al-akbari. So sifa has to have the same i'rab as al-akhi. So akhi is majroor and so is al-akbari. This is majroor with kasra, is ism al-mufrad. And the majroor ya. Yeah. Okay. Al-jar majroor muta'alliq. So you have al-jar majroor here. Ala sawt. We forgot to mention that. Yes. Okay. Let's mention it now. متعلق
بترفع.
excellent. بترفع. Okay, we look at the jar majroor here. Look, لا ترفع صوتك لا صوت أخيك الأكبر. يعني لا ترفع على. يعني don't raise your voice above the voice of your eldest brother. So this here is connected to tarfa. It's connected to tarfa. And that's why I said that in both of these i'rabs, there was, as you can see, nothing new. Nothing was new there. Yeah, mashallah, I've got. Okay. Oh, I thought that because the meal at the end of the Asma al-Khamsa made it ma'rifah. That's why that was connected to Hal. Okay, no problem. No problem. Yes, it is ma'rifah. And if the mu'allak or the muta'allak is a thing that darf is connected to. If that was mahdhuf, and because akhi is ma'rifah, yes, then you have a point. But here it's mentioned in the sentence. The muta'allak is mentioned in the sentence. So that, okay. ترفع فعل مضارع مجزوم بالله بالله الناهي لفظ جزمه السكون. Okay. صوتك فاعل مرفوع على الرفع ضم الآخر. Nope, that wouldn't be. لا ترفع صوتك. That would be مفعول به. لا ترفع. Remember ترفع لا ترفع. There's the fi'l is there and the fa'il is there. The fa'il is then it's لا ترفع صوتك. يعني don't raise your voice. So that's مفعول به. لا حرف جزم. نعم. So we can say ناهية جازمة. حرف نحي وجزم. If you want to say that, you can say حرف نحي وجزم. مبني السكون لا من الإعراب. You can say لا دا yes ترفع في المضارع مجزوم باللا. Yep. الناهية. ويوم تقدير أنت الصوت مفعول به نصب فتح ضع الآخر ومضاف الكلام. بسم الله الإعراب صوت مجرور بعلى. نعم. ولم جريك. Okay. You can say all right. لا الآخر وهو مضاف أخي مضاف إلى مجرور. مثلا خمسة هو مضاف فتح مضاف إليه وهو منعوت. نعم. It is منعوت. And the man'ut would be the akhika or akhi. Okay, the whole word. Al-akbar sifa li akhika. Okay. Majroor mithlan qad ala akhirih. So okay, you mentioned the maf'ulun bihi. Okay. All right. Harfu nahyin wa jazm. فعل مضارع مجزوم بالله. نعم. نعم. صوتك ظاهره وهو مضاف. هكذا. وهو مضاف. نعم. مجرور له جر الآخر كاف. الكاف ضمير مبتدأ بالفتح. نعت مضاف إلى أخ وهو مجرور. Yeah, so we just say نعت is صفة for أخ. نعم. الجمع المتصل بالفعل ترفع. نعم. Okay. الكاف ضمير متصل. Okay, أحسنتم, very good. All right. Yeah, there's only 5 minutes left, unfortunately, now for the Iqama. So we're going to stop here then. This is what we're going to do next lesson. Niyabatul Fathi and then Kasra. And that's the only thing we'll be able to do next lesson, because it's quite a bit of detail there. We want to understand this properly. We want to understand it properly, inshallah. So you're going to learn a lot of things next week, next Tuesday, inshallah, about Mamnu min as-Sarf. Why? We know what it means. Why is a particular word Mamnu min as-Sarf? Why? Why can it not take a tanween? Why can it not take why can it not take tanween? Why can it not take kasra? Many reasons. So inshallah, I don't think there'll be any Arab, but there will be some bit of detail next lesson about this. So we're going to spend a bit of time on it, about maybe an hour talking about that. Because once you understand that about Mamnu min as-Sarf, and inshallah, that's you done for Mamnu min as-Sarf. You don't need to, I mean, there's nothing more really to that. Even in the advanced books, there'll be nothing more to that after that, inshallah. Okay, so we'll stop here. Barakallahu feekum. And I shall see you next Tuesday, inshallah, at our time, the original time, 9:30 p.m. Barakallahu feekum. Have a nice week and see you soon, inshallah. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam. Naam, tafadhal akhi.
7:30 UK time.
Yeah, sorry. 9:30, that's Saudi, yeah. So next Tuesday will be 7:30 p.m. UK time. And obviously Wednesday for now, we said 6 p.m. Inshallah, we'll continue with that over the next 2 months. That will be our schedule for the next 2 months, inshallah. Khair, inshallah. Wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.